That's an awfully hot coffee pot. Should I drop it on Donald Trump? Probably.
Sup y'all, it's Game Retard, your favorite Italian shitpost review channel. On this episode, we are going to be reviewing a Donald Trump video game. Now, I'm not gonna lie, Donald Trump, he's freaking epic. I mean, he's an entrepreneur, he's the 45th president. Like, he is literally the reason why we live in a post-2016 election society. Like, honestly, Donald Trump, he's up there. So, with somebody as epic and as cool as Donald Trump, it's no surprise that he has his own video game. This Bad Rats influencer, or so-called friend, decided to buy me Donald vs. Martians on Steam one day.
Hey there, I'm Mr. Bad Rats Pro Guy. I bought this dumb game for Game Retard on Steam. Donald vs. Martians is a Wolfenstein 3D clone where you kill Martians with weapons such as a Tommy gun behind the infamous Donald Trump wall, burgers, a golf club, kisses from a woman, etc. Donald vs. Martians has an interesting vaporwave type aesthetic, and while not unique, it is certainly different from what I have seen in most games that I play. However, even with this in mind, the game is not at all visually appealing, or frankly, even adequate. The game uses the same tiles over and over and over, making it very hard to tell sometimes where you're going and where you've been. And when the level design is already maze-like enough, it makes it really difficult to navigate sometimes. The weapon sprites are probably the best sprites in the game, and they're pretty mediocre. And the enemies look absolutely ridiculous. I understand that is part of their design. They're designed to look stupid and ridiculous. But that doesn't change the fact that they look extremely dumb. Also, they are very, very pixelated. I mean, I get that they're sprites, but they're very jaggy and it does not look very good. Another problem is with the enemy variety, because throughout all of my playtime with this game, if I'm being generous, very generous, I might have encountered 3 or 4 enemy types. And that's highballing. That's a highball estimate. As for the story, there is surprisingly some sort of overarching narrative. Obviously, it's not deep or thought-provoking or anything else that would make a story pretty good. Honestly, the fact that the game has a story at all is enough for me to give it some credit. A lot of crazy dumb stuff happens and it's great. Highly recommend you check it out for yourself. I'm not gonna spoil it for you because there's some crazy stuff that happens. It's awesome.
Well, friend, thank you for basically just doing the whole review for me. Now all I have to do is the easy part and just wrap up what you just said. So, Trump vs. Martians definitely has some flaws. I think the gameplay can be a little repetitive. I think possibly it takes a little too much from its inspirations, such as Wolfenstein 3D. And also the game is butt ugly. However, I think the game does have a lot of charm and it is pretty funny. If you're looking for an alternative to Wolfenstein 3D and you want some epic political humor, I would say Trump vs. Martians is not a bad game. It's overall a pretty solid game, actually. That's why my final rating is a 3 out of 5. It's alright.
Let's say China. China, 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 China. You go over to China, China.